Today is the third day of the 11th annual Treefort Music Fest in downtown Boise, and if you've made your way down to Julia Davis Park this week, you may have noticed some unique and interactive installations. Photojournalist A.J. Howard meeting up with the brains behind the creatures for this edition of Made in Idaho.
If you were to sum it up in 3 words, it's puppets, teamwork, and magic. We are a group of artists and engineers and designers and weirdos that we believe that there's some real special magic that occurs when people have an unexpected encounter with a larger-than-life creature or creation. And so we like to build large puppets and take them to events and then see what happens when we let them loose out in the wild.
We were trying to figure out what animal it was. I'd say it's some mix of a spider, the shark, and whale.
This year we've got Spermantha, which is a life-size sperm whale skeleton. There's some offers to manipulate components of this. So I can demonstrate, like a couple handles that just allow for easy, fun movement of different parts of the puppet. So between the flippers and the tail and the jaw, and then just sort of soft, inviting places to touch the puppet. The ribs are covered in fur, the teeth are nice and squishy. So spots where it's like, hey, you can put your hands on it. I always love the reactions from the public when we bring out something new. Design process for us is always unique. We kind of have to start with like a sketch and start figuring out what's the creature, what are the basic shapes that we need to achieve, and then what's the best way to do that, how are we going to break it down into parts, and then how are we going to do that relatively cheaply. We were really inspired by the fact that we moved to the park and it's got this awesome canvas of these incredible trees. And so we decided to use those trees and to try to allow our puppet to kind of hang in them. It does mean we're not going to move around as much, but it is also it's allowed us to make a much bigger, larger creature than we would typically.
I think how big it is and how you fit it into this between the trees and how you move it.
Treefort has been a really awesome rally point for us because it happens pretty early in the year. So it gives us something to work towards and kind of race through the winter to finish a project. I think it's so great that Julia Davis is hosting this and that this is a really perfect place for whales to swim around. It's really close to their natural habitat. And so I think Spermantha here feels pretty comfortable, and that's really all I care about. I just want to make sure that the whale's got what it needs.